Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a slight return to a format that you might have seen before in new surroundings. I have moved house. More of that when we do our advent calendar at Christmas. But, oh yeah, I've also had a shorter haircut. But that's enough for now. Today, I thought I've got a free half hour or so before I need to start cooking dinner. I thought I'd return to a format that I'd not done for a while here and play some Geoguessr. I've only got half an hour, so it's not going to be like a challenge like finding somewhere I've been in real life. But it's just a little bit of fun. I haven't uploaded to this channel since the end of the Advent calendar last year, which was actually January, I seem to remember, because I had the flu, so I didn't complete it, so I finished it in January. But, you know, let's revive it, and then in a couple of months when I restart the Advent calendar, maybe people will come back. But here we go, let's play some Geoguessr. Now, let's get it onto the screen record. There we go. So I'm down in the corner. Hopefully you can see me. Yes, you can. There we go. So I'm just going to do a quick UK map of Geoguessr. Let's see. All this has changed since I was last on it. I'm guessing it'll be in classic maps. And it'll be, there you go, United Kingdom. I did once, they've changed the ratings since I last played this on stream, or not on stream, on recorded video. They've changed the rankings. So gold used to be 25,000, now it's 22,500. I'm guessing that's platinum? I don't know, or sapphire or something, some sort of blue colour, is now 25,000. So gold used to be 25,000, it's now not. So I don't know why I'm saying that, because I'm not going to aim for a target. I'm so rusty at Geoguessr. I'm going to give myself half an hour to do as best I can. So here we go. I said I wouldn't say anything about moving. What I will say about moving is it's in a much quieter location. I'm no longer on a main road. Outside the window, it is lovely and peaceful and quiet. So that's great for me. It's great because it means you don't get past the camera or past the window every 10 seconds. But if you listen very carefully, it now means that you can hear the hum of my computer under the desk here. Can you hear that? I'd much rather that than, traffic going past all the time. But anyway, let's play. I'm not going to change any of that. I'm allowed to move, and I've got an infinite time limit. Let's go. Let's see how well I can do, how well I can remember. Okay, this looks like a oh my goodness. They're distinctive buildings, aren't they? Look at that. I bet someone, if you recognise those towers, you know straight away where we are. I was about to say, this looks like it's possibly a council estate somewhere. I don't want to be derogatory to anyone that lives on council estates, but I reckon it is. We're straight away onto a main dual carriageway. Does the bus stop give us any information? I don't know. Let's go a bit further down. Actually, just double check, what road were we on? What road were we on? It says 20's plenty, but 20 where? Now, because it says 20's plenty, does kind of make me think it might be Scotland because of that Limmy sketch when he stands outside and goes, 20's plenty, didn't even rhyme, 20 is plenty rhymes. Sorry, that's an appalling Scottish accent, but I reckon because of that we might be in Scotland, possibly Glasgow. Yeah, 20's plenty is everywhere. If only I recognised those flats with that distinctive top. But let's keep going. Look, there's even more of them over here. they've got a different design. Let's keep going until we find... This is a main road. There must be road signs somewhere. Ooh. Ooh. Was there road signs before that? No. No, there was not. Does nobody... Oh, no, don't want to do that. Where did we go? We're down here. We're at a roundabout. Right. Netherton Overtown. Muirhouse, Netherton Industrial Estate. Again, this makes me think probably Scotland. Yeah, A721. So the 7 numbers, if you know your road numbering, I should be looking up there, not over there. If you know your road numbering, you'll know that the 7s and the 8s are in Scotland. So any road beginning with... So I should have picked it up on it here, to be fair. B754 is Scotland, because England has A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6 up to, you know, all the 6s. Scotland has the 7s and the 8s, possibly the 9s as well. Or I should have included Wales in the England 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. And then Northern Ireland, they do their own thing. I don't know what goes on there. There we go. Glasgow is that way. Carlisle is also that way. So perhaps we are not in Glasgow. Where could we be? If we're getting a sign to Glasgow, are we in somewhere like Motherwell? No, because then... Oh, there's a sign to Motherwell. Because then surely you would have the sign to the M74. That would take you to Glasgow and what have you. I'm rambling purely because I'm searching down the A721 for... Ooh. B754. Is that what we had over here? Is that the road we came from? Yes, it is. Right. We're getting somewhere. So that is where we came from. Down there. That is south. So that is south down here. Here's the dual carriageway. What I do need to find... So we're somewhere down here. What we do need to find, however, is the name of that road that we started on, which is this one. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was this one here, because you've got this sort of diamond formation in the middle. A little stubby road going up there, a little stubby road going up here, and then a longer road going down here to Muirhouse Avenue. Now, is that the only one of those around? It looks like it is, so I think we're fairly confident that we are right at the bottom of this diamond on Netherwood Road. I'm not going for a perfect score, let's just go for it. There you go, 5,000 points straight away. Ooh! We are in very rural England with a gorgeous viaduct in the background. What's... Oh, I've gone past it. Where is it? There it is. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Look at that. Now, is that a viaduct or an aqueduct, do we think? Viaduct, because it's got the National Rail sign. That is the Welland Railway Viaduct. Now, I have to admit, I am a bit of a train nerd. But in this situation, that doesn't help me because I can't remember where Welland is. Now, I have a thing in the back of my mind that there is a little stub of a railway in Essex between Marks Tay and Sudbury, not a million miles away from where I am. And along there is a viaduct, and I can't remember what that viaduct is called. Having said that, this doesn't necessarily look like Essex, but, it might well be. So, you'd have thought along somewhere here. Now, it's not as far as Bures, because I've caught the train between Bures and Sudbury a few times. There's a lovely walks that you can walk from Bures to Sudbury or vice versa and catch the train back. I'm not convinced that is. It's the Chapel Viaduct. Right, okay, so it's not the Welland Viaduct. Fine, okay. I'm going to have to go for more clues then. Let's go along this road. Village Hall for a very pretty village that I don't know where we are. Stamford, Oakham, Uppingham. Ooh, that is up here. That's Rutland. So there's Stamford, there's Oakham, there's Uppingham. Stamford is just in Lincolnshire. Oakham is definitely in Rutland. Uppingham, I think, is in Rutland. Or is it just in Leicestershire? Either way, it's this sort of area here. Can we find the Welland Viaduct? So, there's Stamford railway station. Let's follow this along. There's the River Welland. I'm hoping somewhere along here there will be a marker for the Welland Viaduct. Maybe it's this way. Maybe it's further along this way. But it doesn't go over the Welland. It goes sort of alongside the Welland. There is, of course, the possibility it's a disused railway. I hadn't thought of that. It is a disused railway, so it could well be. Is it this bit here? I don't think it is. Okay, well, we know the general area. I'm fairly confident on the general area. What we need to do now is find a name for this village, and then we're good. Let's keep going. I like to say it's a very, very pretty village. Look at this gorgeous white stone. So Stamford is quite well known for its white stone. I think it's a sandstone. I don't know. I might be just be talking nonsense. Let's go along this road. Oh, there is a sign. Hopefully it's got the name of the place on it. Haringworth. Okay. Let's find Haringworth. Haringworth, there you are. Look at that. Right, that must be the viaduct there. Oh, look, there we go. There's the viaduct. Let's go back to the beginning. So the viaduct was behind us. Heading that direction. There's a long... I mean, to be fair, that's not a bad shout where I've put it there, is it? A longish building. then a few set back. So that might be that one there with a garage at the side, yeah. And then those ones slightly further forward. Then the little bungalow at the end. Now it's looking good, isn't it? Or it might be that. Oh, is it that down there? That says 41A. What number is that? It doesn't give a number. Brilliant. Ha. Well, like I say, either way, I'm not going for a perfect score, but I think that's probably it there. Just make sure we are back to the beginning. Yes, we are. Guess. 5,000 points, 8 yards away. Excellent. Next. Ooh. Ooh. Hoo-hoo. I have an inkling I know where this is. I have an inkling I know where this is. I'm not going to say it, just in case it turns out not to be true. But all I can say is I think I may have got lost in this place once because it's a new town and all of the roads look exactly the same. Let's find proof. What does it say on the council bin? Oh, no. Okay, I was wrong. That says Norwich. I was thinking that it was probably, where is it? Camborne. So that's a new town, built about 20 years ago. The houses all look exactly like this, even down to the block paved roads rather than tarmac. I would have put money on this being Camborne, but we now know it is Norwich, which is up here. Norwich is a big place. Not as big as some places, but the biggest place in East Anglia by quite some margin. Can't remember the population, but it's several 100,000. I don't think I'm going to be able to pinpoint exactly where we are in Norwich because these new build estates that sort of, I definitely wasn't going to be able to pinpoint it in the blackness, but these new build estates that from sort of 20 years ago all look exactly the same. I don't live in a new build house. I can say that all these houses around here, although looking out the window they do look vaguely similar. In my new location they aren't clones of each other, which is quite nice. You actually can tell your way around. Okay, let's just guess at somewhere where there might have been some new build activity. I mean, I've been clicking around here for ages. I haven't no idea which way's the way out. This looks like it might be a way out, but equally it could be a dead end. I'm just clicking around randomly, to be honest. And as we seem to keep coming back to this big green, so maybe I just look for somewhere where there looks to have been. It's not going to be in the middle, obviously, because it's too built up. I think it's more likely to be somewhere out here or maybe down here. I mean, the fact that that has got a new in its name. Now, I'm avoiding saying that place name because, to be honest, people in Norfolk in general, but Norwich, do have a tendency to spell it one way and pronounce it completely different. So I'm not saying the name of this place, but it's new. This place. As an example, let's go, where are we? If you don't know how that place is spelt, is pronounced, have a go. Nope, it's Wyndham. There you go. Just an example of what I'm saying. So, I have a feeling it's probably round here. Looking for a green spot. We haven't gone to a bakery. We seem to have just gone round in circles. So, let's just guess there. I know it's not going to be a perfect score. Oh, we weren't a million miles away. I'd said it'd be somewhere on the outskirts. Yeah, there you go. I could have looked for ages, but that's not the point of this video. The point of me is just to get my eye back in. Another estate of bungalows. Interesting. Oh, I wanted to get a better look at that van, but it's gone. Anyway, let's go along this way. 20 limit. Not our road. Somewhere with hills. I know that's an obvious assumption, an obvious thing to say, but somewhere with hills, not where I am, where it's nice and flat and you can walk for miles. I mean, we're in Ellen, but as for where Ellen is, which larger settlement, town, city it is a part of, I do not know. Ooh. Aberdeenshire larder. Does that mean we're in Aberdeenshire? Quite possibly. Let's look for more clues. So, I was going to say we could be in Scotland. Oh, hello. That said Aberdeen again, didn't it? I just saw it briefly. Come on, back to the recycling centre or whatever it is. Yeah, Aberdeen. Okay. Which is up here. There's Ellen. Look at that. Found it straight away. There's the cemetery. We were up that road there. I'm just going to pop it down there because, you know, not the end of the world. Yeah, we were at the end of this little stubby road here. All the bungalows around us. Again, not aiming for a perfect score, just want to get my eye back in. Next, on to the final round on Beaumont Drive. Again, somewhere where there is hills. So, not East Anglia, not somewhere where I will be instantly familiar with. Went the wrong way. Dead end. This is very sort of model village, isn't it? Look. Nice arches and, you know, cladding at the bottom and brickwork at the top. This is almost like someone, like in Disneyland or something, was going, right, build a stereotypical British housing estate. I don't think you could do much better than copying this place. Wherever it is. Bexley Hill. Yeah, there we go. And we've, I was going to say, the only thing that's missing is the mock Tudor. And there we go. There's the mock Tudor. Oh, it's like I'm psychic sometimes. Right, can we get a reading off the bins? No, we can't. It's been snowing though. Try and get a reading off the bins. There's some more. Oh, they're very good at putting their bins handles out first. I mean, good on them. It helps the bin men, but doesn't necessarily help me when I'm looking for clues. Okay. Which way is more likely to lead me to? I think it's getting less major the previous way, so let's carry on this way. Maybe someone has put their bins out. We're not in Wales, the signs are in English. Ballymagee. Ooh, are we in Northern Ireland? It is a possibility. Well, of course it's a possibility. It's we're playing the UK map. Of course it's a possibility that we're in Northern Ireland. No clues. Okay. How long have we been playing for? 25 minutes. Okay. If I don't get this by 25 minutes 59 seconds, if I don't get this by 28 minutes, I'm just going to put a pin down somewhere in Northern Ireland, maybe Belfast, maybe Portrush or Derry, Londonderry, somewhere like that. But I'm confident this is probably Northern Ireland. Because I'm not seeing anything that helps me. Yeah, Ballycrochan. This is definitely Northern Ireland, but I just cannot seem to find any blooming main roads. I mean, this is obviously the main road in and out of Bally, whatever the place is called. But, okay, well, we're in Bally something. We're going out into the countryside. I mean, it's not Ballymena. I think it's too big. Ballymoney? Yeah, let's just pop it down there. We were in Bangor. Okay. So it was Bally something or other. Why did I not? Which way did I go? I must have gone some really random way round not to see Bangor Grammar School, because that would have given it away straight away. Where on earth did I end up? Probably out here somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Where was it? Eurospar. We had that, didn't we? Yeah, I went all the way round the houses, literally. Came out onto probably this road here, and then just made my way out into the country. Anyway, I said I wasn't aiming for a perfect score, and it's a good job. Oh, no, thank you. It's a good job I wasn't, because 22,371, I mean, it's pretty good for someone that's fairly rusty, but it did take me nearly half an hour to do it. If I was very good, it wouldn't have taken me anywhere near as long. Let's give it back to the camera view. So, that was another Geoguessr video. It is approaching my dinner time, or the time where I have to start cooking my dinner anyway, so I will leave you there. Thank you very much for watching if you've made it this far, and yeah, I will explain, like I say, more about my new surroundings, my new house. If you've been watching the Lego Advent Calendar videos for a long time, you will recognise these. These have been in 4 houses now, these shelves behind me. I used to do the Advent Calendar in front of them. As you can see, there is a wall there, and there is a wall there, so I can't sit in front of these to do my little Advent Calendar. I will figure out a way of doing it, but until then, I've got, what is it, 28th of, I've got 2 months. I've got 2 months to work it out, which frankly is unbelievable. This year has gone like that. 2 months to figure out how to do the new Lego Advent Calendar. I'm half tempted to go for another one, other than Star Wars, I mean, this year. but I'll see what I got up. There is a distinct possibility, a very strong possibility, that we will stick with the Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar. But like I say, I've got a couple of months to figure that out. Until then, I've kept you long enough. See you soon. Bye. What was that?